30 seconds.
Did David tell you that I'm going to have call-ins? Did you tell? I'm going to have people phoning in tonight? Okay. Tell him about the phone-ins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Okay.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed, not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691. Or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate the full market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you.
Hello and welcome to Friday. Thanks for tuning into the Financial Chick Show today. I am your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. I'm here live every Friday from 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1039 LI News Radio. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you have any questions on anything we discuss here on the air, check out my website at financialchickshow.com or call my office at 631-758-8691. You can also find us at Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions. So today is the day. New year, new you, new me. You know, you got to change things up from time to time, right? So here we go. So today is going to be the inaugural Phone-In Friday Financial Chick Show. I want to hear what you have to say or what's on your mind. I'm always doing all the talking here, but I want to know what you're thinking about or questions that you may have. So call me right now at 631-451-1039. I know I've been getting so many emails, texts, calls with questions from clients and people that I meet around town. So I know you all have a lot of questions. I mean, with the new year and everything that's going on, and there's been a lot of changes over the past couple of years. There's been a lot of changes over the past couple of months. So, I mean, as a financial advisor, it's challenging to keep up with everything. So I could just imagine with you, with your life and your job and the kids and everything like that, there's just so much that you need to know about. So you don't have to worry about it. Give me a call and I will answer those for you. So again, we're going to do this the last Friday of every month. And you can get your questions answered here live on the air. So I'm sure that some people may be a little reticent about doing it, but I know that the questions that you have, I'm sure other people have them as well and have things on their mind. So how are we doing, Anthony? Do we have a call coming in? No, oh, okay. I thought you just sent me a note there. Okay, sorry. You just said I have a note coming there. But yeah, so like I said, call in. A lot of things going on with changes with retirement plans and taxes and whatever it is that you have questions about. So the number again is 631-451-1039. So give a call to the office. See, I can't get away from the office. Give a call to the studio now and get your questions answered live. So, to kind of, while we're waiting for people to come in, we'll talk a little bit about one thing. It's been a year since my dog, Haley, the office mascot, has passed. So today was the day, and I kind of actually am going to dedicate the show today to Haley. So the first phone in Friday will be dedicated to my little puppy dog. And many of you that are clients that may be listening, of course, know and love Haley. And now we've got the new mascot, Winnie. But yes, actually, I think we do have a call. Yep, Anthony. So if you want to switch the call into, all right, we're ready to go. Actually, Rich from Islip. Are you out there, Rich?
Hi, Denise. How are you?
Hey, Rich. How you doing?
Good, good. I have a question. What do you recommend for a young kid, financially, like IRAs or something like that?
Okay. When you say young kid, how old?
25, 26.
Okay. All right. Has he started working or going to college?
Yes, he's working.
Working. Okay. All right. So great. He's young. It's a fantastic time to start, or with the job, to find out if there's any type of retirement plan with the company and participate in that. Find the various options. If there's a match, or if they have just pre-tax contributions or Roth contributions. So there's a few items there that he'd want to explore. But if he wants to do something on the outside, I think everyone, especially at that age, maybe doing a Roth IRA. And a Roth IRA can be done in tandem with a plan at work. And at age 25, he can do $6,500 or up to $6,500 this year. And what's nice about that, it's saving for his future. But there's a little caveat in there that if he needed it, maybe to buy a first home and stuff, he has those options to do that. So it's always best to save early and save as much as you can.
Okay, thank you for your advice. You have a great night.
Oh, you too, Rich. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, you too. So thank Rich for calling in today. And so like I said, these are the types of questions. I know we all have them on our mind and different things. And, I'll get random calls from clients during the day of stuff that came up and or people that are friends of theirs that are calling, or my husband will come home and say, you know what, one of my friends called and had a question. So this is your time to call in. The number here is 631-451-1039, and you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. So we talked a little bit about again, my puppy dog. Today's a little somber day for me. It's been a year that she passed. But on a happier note, the Patchogue Mitford cheerleaders, of which I'll kind of go there. I was a cheerleader in Patchogue Mitford in middle school and in high school and then in college. But they're going to nationals this year, so it's very, very exciting. And I want to wish all those girls a really, really good luck going to nationals. I believe it's in a couple of weeks, but I promised I'd give them a shout out. And a few of those girls were actually my cheerleaders when I coached for Police Athletic League. And now they're up at the high school, and now they're going to nationals. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So, all right, I think we have another call on the line. We have Al from Islip Terrace. Al, are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Al. How's it going?
Okay, how about investments look for this year and the year coming up?
Okay. Well, this year, it's going to be, we're coming off a pretty tough year last year, so it could go many ways. We're waiting for the Fed to see if they're going to raise rates next week. One of the reasons they were doing this so, often and a lot was because they were trying to tamp down inflation. And the market kind of has it all baked into the plan, but they're kind of hoping that if the Fed does not raise rates, that the market should maybe do a little bit better. So we're kind of waiting to see. But the thing is, depending on where you are in your stage of your life, it's always a good time to invest. It's not always a good time to invest in all different things. So things that might have worked a year or 2 years ago may not be so good this year or the coming year. So it's really, it's looking for those places that have opportunity, and more importantly, making sure that you're diversified and you have a lot of different things working for you. So was that basically what you meant as far as investing?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you have some investments yourself, Al?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, it's probably best, overall, to stay tight. maybe take a look at your portfolio, make some adjustments, based on things that might have done very well. Well, we didn't have a lot of things that went well last year, but if you had the investments for a while, it might be a good idea to kind of make some changes in those investments to rebalance and take advantage of some opportunities. Some things have gotten hit more heavily than others, so there's definitely some opportunity there. But it's always a good time to invest, and it's just a matter of how you do it. With the volatility we probably will see this year, if you're looking at lump sum monies, you may want to put it into a couple of funds, or maybe go into a products in a more slower fashion, and make sure you always diversify into a few different things.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Al, thank you so much for calling in today. I appreciate it. All right, and have a wonderful weekend.
You too now.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so again, you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. Today is the inaugural Phone-In Friday show. I've decided to kind of change things up, new year. I get bored, want to do different things. So I'm taking your calls. So you can call the studio here at 631-451-1039. We're going to be running into the commercial in a few seconds, but definitely give a call, 631-451-1039, and let me know what's on your mind. Let's talk. Again, I'm always the one doing the talking. So again, you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom, the company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Feel free to contact me at my office at 631-758-8691. We're closing into the commercial break, so stay tuned.
How do you like it?
What's that?
How do you like taking callers?
I'm not sure yet. Well, those are people that I knew. Those two people I knew. Yeah. And they both called the first half. I said, call the second half. No. Now everybody on Facebook knows that. That's right. We got to do what we got to do, babes. But anyway, yeah, so we'll see. I figured I'd try something new. See how it works. But was it good?
Yeah, I think it was
All right,
good.
good. All right.
I didn't know you knew them, so it was pretty convincing.
What's that?
I didn't know you knew them, so it was pretty convincing.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what it is? If you got to break the ice, because people won't do stuff. You kind of have to have certain people do it, and then other people are like, oh, okay, now I can do it too.
Oh, we got our caller. We have a caller. We have a Teresa on line 1, and we have 30 seconds. I picked up the phone, and I was like, 60 seconds, I mean, hi.
Oh my gosh. You're so funny.
I'm not losing my mind, I promise. 30 seconds.
Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. So if you're just tuning in after the commercials, today is the inaugural Phone-In Friday Financial Chick radio show. So like I said, it's a new year, new you, new me, and I figured I would shake it up a little bit. So I'm always doing the talking, so I want to hear what everybody out there has to say. So I know there's a lot of questions, and actually we do have a call on the line. We have Teresa from Islip Terrace. Teresa?
Oh, hi. Hi, Denise. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm retired on 67, and
Okay, all right. Now, when you say you have an inordinate amount, so have you checked to see what is a good, adequate cash reserve for you based on your expenses?
Well, I have to look into that more.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a good cash reserve, and I'm looking to take money out to make a better interest rate.
Right.
If I'm not putting that with a bank. What should I look into? Should I look into our money instead in a money market?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably could do both. Right now, the good news is that interest rates have gone up, so that's good news for what you're talking about. In some cases, not. But the good news is that, CDs have gone up, money markets have gone up. What's very interesting, though, Teresa, is that the savings accounts in the banks, those interest rates haven't gone up. So, yes, if you are keeping a lot of money in the savings, it's probably not your best use of money. So, one thing that you may want to take a look at, there's several online money market accounts that you can utilize, and some of them are paying, in excess of 3% right now, and some close to 4%. And so you look at it as your full cash reserve, because you do want to keep liquid if you need money. You said you were retired, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to get your hands on some money, you want to be able to do that. So maybe taking some money, putting into a money market, keeping some in the savings, and you could even consider doing CDs. CDs have come up. Some people like them, but there's not as liquid. Sometimes you have to wait a year, or you lose some interest, or if they're a 2-year or 3-year. So it's really choice, but I think the fact that you're looking into those various options is a good idea. Because our savings accounts, depending on where you're doing your banking, I know in my bank it's still 0.1, which is like basically zero. And even though the Fed funds target rate, which determines rates, is up at 4.5, so yeah, I think you're on the right track, and I would just shop rates and see what rates are the best out there. And that's something, if you wanted to give my office a call, we can certainly help you out with that as well.
Oh, that would be great. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for calling in. Have a great weekend, Teresa.
Have a great weekend.
All right, thank you. Take care. All right. So I mean, the questions are there, and that was, a couple of really great questions. Some people have, accumulated a bunch of money in savings for a number of reasons. We're coming off the pandemic, and people weren't really spending a lot of money. They weren't traveling. They weren't, doing the things that we normally would do when we didn't have a pandemic. And, and another reason too is that some people are keeping a lot of money in cash because they're a little bit nervous about the market. And depending on your situation, that may be okay. But if you're running short for retirement, or you have young children and you're sitting with a lot of money in cash, it may make sense too. New year, new you. Start those 529s for the kids for college to make it a little bit easier when that comes down the pike. Or start putting money away into your retirement. Look at your 401k plans, 403bs. Look to increase those amounts. Open up perhaps a Roth IRA. If you kind of maxing out on all of your different programs, I know sometimes it's a bad word, but I'm a fan for the right person. But may look at annuities. Another big place that we're looking at right now is life insurance. I'm going to be having a meeting next week with a couple, and they have some access money selling a business, and they want to enhance their retirement, and this is a way that they can overfund an insurance policy, build up money tax-free within that insurance policy, and then down the line take it as a tax-free pension. So, people just think of insurance as, well, I buy insurance and, I'm not going to benefit, my family will, but I'm not. But that's not necessarily the fact. We hear some of the Dave Ramseys that only buy term, and, there's a place and a reason for that. But depending on your situation, that's why I meet with people one-on-one, that may not be the best way for you to go. And a lot of people don't realize at age 80 in New York, term goes away. So if you live 80 and one day, basically you paid into that term policy all those years, and your family's not going to benefit. So, you have to really know it's those unintended consequences that some kind of can get you, at the end. But it's really, really important to look at your entire situation, and that's what I really specialize in, is not so much the investments, although I do the investments, but it's more strategy. The strategy as to what your goals are and what's going to help you get to those, those things that you want to do, whether it be, the retirement or the education, or, just making sure that everything is in line. Even as much as looking at your documents. Have you updated your beneficiary designations on your accounts? Again, being a new year, this is a good time to look at those types of things. Have you gotten your will prepared, power of attorney, healthcare proxy? There's a whole series of things that are really important, because you can have the best investment program in the world, but if you don't protect it by doing all of these other things, your resources and your great investments really may not do what you thought they were going to do. So it's really important to take a look at a lot of stuff. But on a non-financial note, it was actually really, really nice today driving to the studio and having it be light out. That was really, really exciting. So we're really going in a good direction. I know some of you are still praying for snow, and that's nice, but I'm not, and I'm counting down for spring, and I think we've got about 50 days left, so that's really, really exciting. And one of the other things that's going on right now, I'm actually going to be done on Monday, but I'm doing it's an annual New Year, New You, New Me, that whole thing. I'm doing my annual detox, and so I'm a little hungry, I'm not going to lie, but it's a good thing every year. What I do is I kind of eliminate a lot of things out of my my diet. I'm still eating, but it's just like a few things, obviously sugar and alcohol, and and sweet, sugary drinks and coffee. I really kind of gave up coffee anyway a while ago, but red meat. So anyway, it's just for 3 weeks, but in those 3 weeks, basically, I take some detox shakes, and it's basically cleaning my gut out and just kind of having a refresh. This is not very different than financial. It's really kind of looking at your financial health. So you worry about your health, you want to be healthy. And again, I'm building up my portfolio. I want to live to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So doing this detox is actually really, really wonderful. And you'll get to actually hear from Dr. Erica Urasitz, who is the owner of Integrative Healing Wellness. In a couple of weeks, she's going to come on and talk a little bit about diet and health and gut health. So I'm really excited about that. But basically, life's a little crazy right now, let's be honest, right? I mean, I know I've been running around. My kid's 16, had me, I must have got 19 calls this Friday afternoon. Then I had to bring her to work, then go back to the office, then I had to come to the radio station. But listen, this is the way life is right now, right? But it's all good. So I want to thank those that have called in today. I appreciate you calling into the studio. Again, I'm sure those questions everybody has in their mind. So we've got some answers. Let's share. It's all about sharing, because sharing is caring, isn't it? So you're listening to The Financial Chick, and I want to thank you for tuning in today. And we got the weekend coming. I don't know. They talked about some snow. I don't know what's going to happen. They talk about it. We don't know. All we know is we're going in the right direction, or at least from my opinion anyway. But I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will be with you next Friday, and we will talk more about your financial journey. Have a great weekend. Have a good weekend. Take care, guys.